Hi there, welcome to the Film at 11 podcast. My name is Joshua Zyber, and this week's co host is my 11-year-old son, Thomas Zyber.
Am I though?
I hope so, or else we're in trouble.
Okay.
Thomas, I feel like I need an easy win with you this week because after our last episode, where we watched the movie Tron together, which is a perfectly terrific movie that you absolutely hated, yeah, I feel like maybe this week I should pick something that you're probably apt to like.
Yeah.
So this week we're watching Tron 2. No, I won't do that to you. Instead, we're going in a different direction. A few months back, more than a few months, in fact, I introduced you to your first James Bond movie, which was Goldfinger. I hope you remember that. It was like a
I
whole
remember
5 months
it.
ago. And as I recall, you enjoyed that movie, yes?
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Good. So I think it's time to follow that up. Now, as we discussed when we watched Goldfinger, the James Bond movies don't necessarily need to be watched in order.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of them, and there are several different actors who have played the character. And this week, what I'm going to do is actually jump forward 30 years from when Goldfinger was made to a completely different actor in the franchise. So this week, we are going to watch GoldenEye, which is one of my favorites in the James Bond franchise. I think you will enjoy it too.
Okay.
Are you excited about this one?
Yes.
Wow, you sound excited.
Yes.
Good. Then let's take a look at GoldenEye and see if it leaves you shaken or stirred.
Ни одного вздоха. Где ваши?
I'm alone.
Aren't we all? You're late, 007.
I had to stop in the bathroom.
Ready to save the world again?
After you, 006.
And we are back from watching GoldenEye, the 1995 James Bond adventure. Thomas, this was your second James Bond movie. And it's been a few months since you watched the first one. Do you remember much about Goldfinger?
Yeah, I remember.
Okay. So, how did you feel about this as a completely different James Bond? Did you feel that this was a worthy sequel to that, or did you feel that it was too different from it?
I felt like it was. I felt like it was like a different storyline, but yeah, it was good.
Okay, you liked the movie then?
Yeah.
Okay, I had a feeling you would, because it has lots of shooting and explosions and car chases and tank chases and lasers
Yes.
and lots of
Very
stuff that you would
good.
like. Yeah, lots of stuff that you would like. So, as I said, this movie came out in 1995, which is a good 30-something years after Goldfinger. There had been a whole different James Bond actor, or actually two different James Bond actors in between them. This was the first movie for this new star, Pierce Brosnan. How did you feel about him as James Bond? Did you like him?
Yeah, I liked him. He was
Okay.
alright.
But he's very different than Sean Connery, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. He has each James Bond actor tends to bring their own personality to the role and make it their own. And he definitely had a different sort of style and flair than Sean Connery did. But he's fun, and I think this was the best of his four movies that he did. So compared to Goldfinger, which of the two is more to your liking? Like
I liked GoldenEye.
you like GoldenEye more than Goldfinger?
Yeah, GoldenEye was better.
And why do you say that?
Cause it was.
Okay, but in what way was it better?
I liked the plot better.
You like the plot, and what about the plot?
I liked the laser weapon.
The laser weapon. Okay,
It
because
was better-
lasers.
Well, the golden eye weapon
Yep.
thing.
Yeah,
It
of the
was-
title.
Yeah, it was better than the other weapon thingy.
Okay.
I don't really remember what that was.
Well, it has been a little bit since you watched it. Okay, so this movie was sort of a reboot for the series, because it was the first movie for this particular actor, and as part of tailoring it for his role and for the 1990s, because it was the first James Bond movie of the 1990s, what they did is they really amped up the action in this movie compared to previous James Bond movies, which had action, but this one really was a full-on action movie. This James Bond uses assault rifles and machine guns as much as he uses his pistol. And there's a lot of running around and shooting and explosions and driving a tank at one point. So it's a full-on action movie. So of the action scenes in this movie, what were your favorites?
I like the end one, and I like the tank chase.
Okay, the end one on the satellite dish?
Yeah.
Okay, and the tank chase. Yeah, the tank chase is a really good one. I like that too. What about the opening scene where he jumps off the dam and bungee jumps off the dam?
I like the opening part with the fuel stuff. Yeah, that was probably my third favorite or whatever.
Okay. Now there's also in that part, there's the part where he jumps off the cliff on a motorcycle and somehow flies into a plane and then pulls the plane up. Was that too much?
That was a little too much.
It was a little too silly. Yeah, I agree. I mean, that was a little over the top, but I think it kind of worked. It worked in the context of this particular movie. Okay. Were there any things in this movie, this James Bond movie, that you didn't like? No? Okay. I'll just note that there was a lot of kissing in this James Bond movie,
like
and things of that nature.
Yeah,
Quite a lot, and it's a little aggressive with that at times. But
they were getting kind of freaky.
yeah. So especially the new villainess, Xenia Onatop, who, yeah, she was a little freaky. She was a freaky girl.
She got very freaky.
She got very freaky.
You don't need the gun, Commander.
That depends on your definition of safe sex.
All right. So the James Bond franchise is noted for a lot of different elements that recur from movie to movie, and so we're just going to go through some of those and talk about how you felt that they rated. So we talked about the actor. There's usually a theme song in the James Bond movies. Did you like the theme song to this one?
It was alright.
Okay, it was a good one. That's by Tina Turner. It's a pretty good song. I like that song. There's the villain of the piece. Now, so did you pick up on the plot twist on this one?
Yeah, I did.
That it was going to be 006 was going to be the villain? You figured that out early on, or in the middle of the movie, or when did you figure it out?
I figured it out when he actually came out.
So right when they revealed the plot twist, Thomas is like, I figured that out.
I knew it. I definitely knew that, guys. Trust.
Okay, but you had forgotten about him for a while there in the movie, then, yes.
Well, I haven't forgotten about him, but I thought he was bad.
Okay, so once he revealed himself as the villain, because the movie sets it up to look like another guy is the villain, the Russian general is the main villain, and then suddenly we learned that it's actually 006. Spoiler alert. Sorry. So how did you like him as a villain? Did you think he was a good villain?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he was pretty good. That actor Sean Bean is in a lot of good TV shows, including one that you'll eventually get to called Game of Thrones. He was in that for a little while and was really good in it. Okay, we now so we've got the actor, we got the song, we got the villain. There's also the girls, the Bond girls. And we talked a little bit about Xenia Onatop here. But there's also
one Russian girl?
Yeah, the Russian computer programmer girl, Natalia. How did you feel about her?
She was alright.
She was alright. She was just okay, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. She was a little superfluous to the storyline, and was seemed like she was only in there to give Bond another love interest, when he already had several in this movie.
Yeah.
But there's nothing wrong with her performance or anything, but she just didn't seem like she was all that necessary.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's also the villain usually has a henchman, and in Goldfinger the main henchman was Oddjob, who threw around that hat, and in this one,
Yes.
who would you say was the main henchman?
I want to say the computer dude, the
Yeah.
computer nerd.
Yes, Boris. And what did you think of him, Mr. I Am Invincible?
It was kind of weird.
Yeah, he's weird. Was he a little too silly?
I think so.
Yeah, he's a little silly, and the actor is a very fun comedic actor named Alan Cummings who's been in a lot of stuff, but I think he goes a little over the top in this one, maybe more than a little, and the Russian accent that he puts on, because he's not Russian, is a bit thick, and he's a little annoying at times. I think he's supposed to be annoying because he's a comic relief character, but maybe a little too much so, and also. All the things that he does with computers in this movie are completely ridiculous. Like none of that is realistic. And on top of the fact that it's 1995 technology that is like antiquated in modern times, it's still the stuff he was doing just seemed ridiculous even in 1995.
Better luck next time. Slugheads.
All right. Was there anything else that stood out to you in this movie that you particularly enjoyed or didn't enjoy?
I like the action scenes.
Okay. Yeah, just the action scenes. Did it? What about the length of the movie? It's a little long at 2 hours and 10 minutes. Did you find it too long, or was it well paced for you?
I feel like it could have been shortened a little.
Yeah, maybe it could have.
It
Yeah,
was a little long, and I got what?
it probably could have lost 10 to 15 minutes,
Yeah.
maybe. But I think overall it moves along pretty nicely. Yeah. Okay. All right. So on our rating scale for the podcast of a W or an L, this rates for you
W.
W. Okay, good. And did you have anything else that you wanted to add before we wrap this up?
No.
Wow. Okay, then. I guess we'll end it there. So, if you enjoyed this content, please like, share, and
Like
subscribe.
and subscribe. Yeah.
Did you get that out? You done? Like, share, and subscribe. Tell your friends about this podcast, please. And just remember, Film at 11 will return. Part 2, take 1.
It's my favorite face.
Oh, God. Yeah, it's my least favorite face. Don't do that.
Oh.
Okay. You see, people, this is what I put up with every single day.